As a part of physiology, today I am going to talk about blood grouping. Blood groups. How individual will get individual blood group systems, how they are inherent from parents to children, what are the different types of the blood group systems are there, and the clinical importance of the blood grouping, blood banking, transfusion, so on, I am discussing in this lecture. As we know, blood groups were discovered by Karl Landsteiner in the year of 1901. He was awarded Nobel Prize for his discovery. The right side picture, he is the person or discoverer of the blood groups. The total blood groups are being divided into two types: major blood grouping systems and minor blood grouping or least important blood grouping systems. The major blood grouping systems are ABO system, RH system and MN system. The least important blood grouping systems are Lutheran, Lewis, Kell, Duffy, Bombay, so on. According to Karl Landsteiner, he proposed two laws saying you can see over RBC a particular protein, antigen A, and antigen B is depicted with a triangle and RH antigen. All these cells of the RBCs contain these three antigens almost. Based on his law, what his law says is a particular antigen present on the membrane of the RBC, the corresponding antibody must be absent in the plasma, is the first law. The second law says if particular antigen is absent on the membrane of the RBC, the corresponding antibody must be present in the plasma. Though the second law is a fact, but it is not applicable for RH and MN systems. This law is very, very important in the classification of the blood groups. We'll move on to the inheritance of ABO system. If you see the RBC, over the RBC there is a sugar present, and to the galactose, N-acetyl glucosamine, galactose, glucose. On this sugar on 6th position, N-acetyl galactosamine is there. We call it as antigen H. If you remove N-acetyl galactosamine, this part is removed and we call antigen H. If N-acetyl galactosamine is present over here, we are calling this as the antigen A. That means antigen A and B are determined by the presence of a terminal sugar present over the H antigen. I'll explain the importance of H antigen later in the same class. Okay, this is N-acetyl galactosamine. We'll move to the next slide. The classification of the ABO system. We call classical ABO system A blood group People having antigen A on the membrane of the RBC, antibody B in the plasma, are called A blood grouped people. People having or individual having antigen B or beta on the membrane of the RBC and antibody A or alpha in the plasma called B blood grouped people. People having antigen A and B on the membrane of the RBC and they do not have in the plasma are called AB blood grouped people. However, people do not have antigen A and antigen B on the membrane of the RBC, having corresponding antibodies in the plasma, antigen A and antibody B are called O blood grouped people. So simple, very simple. Okay, so this is called classical ABO system. What I have told you, and it is depicted in this picture. Antigen A blood grouped people have antigen A on the membrane of the RBC, antibody B in the plasma. B blood grouped people having antigen B on the membrane, anti-A antibody in the plasma. AB blood grouped people have both antigen A and antigen B on the membrane. Neither antibodies are present in the plasma. O blood grouped people neither have antigen A nor antigen B, but having both antibody A and antibody B in the plasma. This is the basis, antigen antibodies of the ABO blood group systems. In the classical ABO system, I want to talk a little bit clearly, see antigen A, how it is shown in the figure, and antibodies in the plasma. Antigen B, triangular antigen like structure, antibody in the plasma. Antigen in AB blood grouped people, both antigen A is there and antigen B is there, but no antibodies are present over here. O blood grouped people, no antigen A and antigen B, but both antibody A and antibody B are present over in the plasma. So, and it is very clear that A blood grouped person having antigen A on the membrane of the RBC, antibody B in the plasma or serum. B blood grouped person, antigen A on the membrane of the RBC, antibody B in the plasma. AB blood grouped person, antigen A and antigen B are present on the membrane of the RBC, antibodies are not present in the plasma. O blood grouped people, no antigens are there on the membrane, antibody A and antibody B are present in the plasma. A blood group has two subunits, A1 and A2. This is to be noted. With this positive note, we'll move to the next part. Compatibility between the donor cells and the recipient serum. A can donate blood to A, B can donate blood to B, AB can donate blood to AB, O can donate blood to O. See over there, very interesting fact is, what antigens are present in individual blood group, antibodies are there, and O can donate blood to all the blood groups. AB, O negative. AB positive can receive blood from all the blood groups. That is the reason why O negative is called universal donor. AB positive is called universal recipient. These terms are very, very important. Okay. Now coming to under transfusion, there are two types of transfusion transfusions are there. major and minor cross matching of the blood, we say. Major and minor cross matching of the blood. In major cross matching, donors' RBCs are mixed with the recipient's plasma and liquid for agglutination. Vice versa, in minor cross matching, donor's plasma is reacted with the patient's RBCs and looked for any agglutination, hemolysis, clumping, or clotting. In both the cases, if you find hemolysis or agglutination, don't transfuse the blood to the donor, which is better. We can save the life of the victim with this process. So this is very, very important, and before we do transfusion. Now we say Bombay blood group is another blood grouping system. I told you all RBC membrane will have a common antigen is called H antigen. In previous slide I have shown you, and the terminal sugar having N-acetyl galactosamine, we called it as a antigen, but here it was replaced by galactose. Now we can call it as B blood group people. Why I am showing this is, towards right side there is a movie related to Bombay blood group. You can watch, you will have a complete knowledge about the Bombay blood group from this movie. What I would tell you is the entire H antigen sometimes is not there. Those people are called Bombay blood group people. These people are seen around the region of the Maharashtra. H antigen itself is not there. Then from whom they collect the blood, they have to take the blood from only Bombay blood group, not from A, not from B, not from either any of the blood groups. So that is the importance of the Bombay blood group. And ABO incompatibility. Suppose my blood group is A, the recipient blood group is B. Can we donate? A can donate blood to B? No. If you donate, there are two types of reactions develops in the body. One is called immediate effects, which includes fever, chills, nausea, vomiting, chest pain, back pain, and rigor. Whereas delayed effects are there. Continuously, though they are there, the above symptoms were formed, still you are transfusing. It causes jaundice, cardiac shock, and renal shutdown. These ABO antibodies are cold antibodies or agglutinins. They react between 5 to 20 degrees Celsius. One more characteristic feature is they can't cross the placenta. They cannot lead any complications, produce any complications in the fetus. They do not have the capacity of crossing the placenta. So, with the immediate and delayed effects belongs to the ABO incompatibility. Now we'll talk about rhesus system, RH system. The RH is denoted or taken from rhesus monkey. On the monkey RBC, another type of antigen was observed called D. There are many antigens are there apart from A, B, D, small d. Out of all the antigens, the D antigen is more antigenic in reaction. That means I'll tell you how it is more antigenic. People having D antigen on the membrane of the RBC are called RH positives. The same way, people do not have the Rh antigen on the membrane of the RBC are called Rh negatives. So, when a Rh negative woman or mother marries a Rh positive man conceiving a child, see, Rh negative mother with Rh positive fetus develops. The cells from Rh positive fetus enters woman's bloodstream at the time of the delivery. Blood may leak from the womb at the time of the separation of the fetus from the or baby from the mother. Then the woman becomes sensitized, antibodies form to fight the Rh positive blood cells. In the next time, Rh positive mother, Rh positive fetus again develops due to the second pregnancy. Maternal blood contain antibodies. They are readily present. They attack the fetal red blood cells, causing hemolysis in the womb of the mother. And they can, already I told you, these are warm type, IgG type, can cross the placenta and kill the fetus, fetal RBCs and the fetus sometimes completely. About 1 in 10 pregnancies involve an Rh negative mother and Rh negative positive father. So this will happen 1 in 10 pregnancies. First pregnancy is safe. Blood leaked, no problem. But second pregnancy, antibodies were formed, developed, they were readily present in the blood and attacked the fetus. This condition is called hemolytic disease of a newborn, HDN. We call HDN hemolytic disease of the newborn. See, once again I am showing you clearly, Rh antibodies attack the fetal blood, causing severe anemia. First baby crossing antibodies, Rh negative mother bearing a Rh positive fetus with leaking of the blood at the time of the delivery. Rh antibodies are formed, and finally they, in the second pregnancy, consecutive pregnancy, they attacking the fetus is called hemolytic disease of the newborn. And second pregnancy, talking about the second pregnancy, Rh positive baby in the first pregnancy causing the development of Rh antibodies during second pregnancy. Rh antibodies are IgG type. Already I told you they can cross the placental barrier, causing hemolysis of RBC and releasing of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin converted into bilirubin by macrophages, yellow color to the fetal skin. That is the symptoms of the HDN were developed. Hemolytic disease of the newborn, severe abnormal swelling, swollen liver, hydrops fetalis, yellowing of the eyes, yellowing of the skin, and called kernicterus. Two conditions are, it includes two conditions here, hydrops fetalis and kernicterus. Is jaundice in infants is called kernicterus, and hydrops fetalis where accumulation of the fluids in the head also will be there, with the swollen abdomen, swollen liver are the symptoms. Peripheral blood smear of HDN showing increased number of normoblast cells. Okay, that is why the increased number of blast cells are more, normoblast cells are more. That's why we call erythroblastosis fetalis. It is also called icterus gravis neonatorum. Icterus gravis neonatorum. Okay, if the baby born, baby will born in this way. Hydrops fetalis, already I told you. The hemolysis is more severe. Death of the fetus occurs, and in fetus may develop severe jaundice, anemia, and edema also will be there in the fetus. Hydrops fetalis. Kernicterus, jaundiced baby, fetus. Basal ganglia, bilirubin is accumulated in the basal ganglia and producing severe jaundice. Basal ganglia blood-brain barrier is not developed, so that bilirubin crossed the blood-brain barrier, entered the basal ganglia and deposited over there, causing the kernicterus. Treatment is phototherapy, and also some drugs can be given like phenobarbital, and exchange transfusion is the treatment for HDN soon after birth. To replace the neonate's blood with Rh negative blood is called exchange blood transfusion. Okay. Prevention, administration of anti-Rh antibodies. We call anti-D antibody. Soon after the childbirth, the Rh negative mother gives birth to Rh positive child. This can be given around 28th to 30 week of the gestation is the prevention. So with this I conclude my topic, and the blood transfusion can be discussed in the next lecture. Hope you understand the blood groups and the importance of the blood groups, physiological basis of the blood groups. If you like the content, please like,